Naomi with Treasures by Naomi here. We are going to be doing a pour over on some of the votive candles that votive candle holders that I did a couple months ago. When I did just primary colors, they dried very dark. I don't like them. And so today what we are going to be doing is pouring over them with much lighter colors, and hopefully we get something really awesome and brighter. I'm using better quality. These were originally done using craft paints from Apple Barrel, and I've grown away from them because I've noticed that the paint just dries too dark, and I am wanting to create pieces of art, not a craft. This is not just a hobby of mine. This is what I want to make my business doing, is making home decor art, and this just isn't it. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's really dark. I've had to move the camera angle so that you could see a lot more of my pour instead of just the top of it. And then once they are dry, I will also be showing you that in order to show you how much more beautiful they have dried instead of what you are looking at now. Because to be honest, I'm disappointed, sad, disgusted, whatever you want to put it. No more craft paints or crap paint. Anyways, so today's colors, we are going to be doing a multi-layer. I'm going to be doing a lot of white. I want to keep it nice and bright. So white, aqua, magenta, light magenta, some gold, as well as some silver. Just because I like to bring a little bling into everybody's life. And in order to create a little bit more of a contrast, I might also include literally like a layer of black. But first things first, I'm going to do these one at a time. And I'm going to cover each one with white first before I start. It just helps the paint move along a little bit faster. I may also speed through a lot of the pouring process, the layering of my paints and such, but hopefully you will be able to see me do it as I try and keep it on camera and not block the camera with my arm. All right, let's get going. Hey guys, today we are going to be putting resin on these glass votive candles that I have here. In a previous video, I recovered these and they turned out pretty good. Here's the diamond studded one. Not as intense of lines and definition in that one. This one has a really cool effect. The black paint makes it look kind of like it's cracking. There is some crazing, which is kind of like cracking, in it because there was too much paint, it looks like. But the effect on it looks really cool. So I think resining on that will make it look even more interesting. Next is this one. The teal. Now remember, I used all the same colors on all of these except for the middle one. I did use a little bit of black on that one. But I really like how these turned out. And I think putting resin will make them more intense. The colors just pop out more. And also, of course, super shiny. Okay, so my resin has degassed as much as it's going to. Still a lot of bubbles, and that might be the reason is because it's probably too cold in here. But I'm just going to put a little bit on here, and I have an old pizza box that I'm just going to let it drip on, and then I can just throw it away. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here. I don't really need too much because I am just going to use my hand to actually spread it around. Try and keep this in the shot here. Because this also has a lot of little divots, I figured the best way to make sure I get every place covered is to use my hands. And my cat is really starting to get on my nerves today, so I will try not to yell at her while I have you guys on here, because that would just be rude to yell at my cat. Who yells at their babies? It's not her fault that she's weird. All right. I think it is mostly covered. I'm just checking all the spots here. As it's sitting, it will drip off, and that's fine. And here is the final result. They came out so beautiful and shiny. And I love just how, you know, the colors are bright and beautiful. This one that had the black that kind of made a cracking look, it really helped to tone that down a bit, and now it just gives it a nice smooth finish. This one is probably my favorite. There is a little bit of bubbling up here, but that's okay. I think it looks actually pretty good. And then finally this one. Yeah, these would look so lovely sitting on somebody's shelf. Look at those colors. Look at the shine. Absolutely loving them. Let's see if I can pick them all up without falling. So here they are. Hope you enjoyed this project, you guys. I had a great time doing it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Oh, and as always, don't forget to keep on pouring.